What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Lane Vibez. It has been a little minute, but we are back with some serious action. We're definitely going to be going over some things, especially these predictions, sometimes some rankings and stuff. But as you can see, co-host Mr. Bill Collector is in the house.
Hello, folks. How are y'all?
All right, all right. Where should we start off, Bill? Like,
I want. I know he's not watching, but I'm going to congratulate Stu Williams. 889.
oh, 889.
Yep, 300, 300, 289. I watched it the other night on YouTube. So congratulations, Stu. Awesome. Those are phase two Pearl all three games, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, damn. Phase two Pro. Okay. Damn, 889. That's
Yeah,
tough.
at Mel's.
Oh wow, man.
So yeah, that's what I got to start off with. I got to say congratulations.
Yeah, that's a pretty big start right there.
Yep. And hopefully all the Dallas folks are getting a little bit of sun and get some of that snow out and nobody has busted pipes and everybody's safe. So
Yeah, that's what's up. That's great. Damn, I'm still 889. Sheesh. That's something. Yeah, awesome night. I mean, I'm sure he was in pots and everything. So that was
oh yeah, he if he was, he swept everything. So
yeah, pretty penny to come home with.
yeah.
Jeez, man. Um. Okay, well, I think I want to start off really quick with our whatever Myron saying about time.
Exactly.
Um,
Hey Dante, how are you?
yeah, Dante, what's going on, man? I think I want to start off with the how things have gone for the new year after our last match. Like a lot of things shifted, and especially in the north. I'm gonna say that, and not so much in the south, but the north. You guys literally went from almost being, and I when I say this, I only mean like top four, almost being non-existent in the top four
Mhm.
to now you guys hold first place. Like,
Yes, sir. We do.
explain that to me. What transpired?
Be honest with you, I mean, hey LEP, uh, our boys are just bowling now. That's it. I mean, granted, we had two easier teams, but everybody's got to bowl the same two teams. We just had them at the same time. Doesn't matter. It's still whatever points you're going to get, they're going to add up. But what got it or what helped out is you've got a lot of teams there in the middle. D's nuts, lockdown, mission control. They're all relatively the same type of teams, and they were battling each other. So they they helped out. They helped out quite a bit. So, but we're where we belong. We know that. Everybody knows that. Hopefully, my dog is picking with me. Uh, she wants to be on the TV screen. Apparently, Ellie, leave me alone. Uh, so yeah, I think we did right, and I saw y'all's moved around too. So, but like I said, there's lots of changes. We got a new boss for the Texas Mafia. They, I guess, the old
Really?
one is sleeping with the fishes now, so they've got apparently a new owner,
Okay.
and so they're making some changes, which I hope is in the right direction because they've got some decent players. So
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be interesting to see what
yeah, a whole new year, a whole new team. Maybe you never know what's going to happen. So
yeah. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah. So like I said, with you guys bumping up, I'm looking at it right now. With you guys bumping up to first and now having a 7 point lead over Mad Jokers, it was always the talk of the hot. Let me see, the hot and powerful because we had a few members from Bucky's um, come on the show and they were so set on this is it, we're doing this, we're doing that, and I'm not saying that they won't continue. It's just obviously people have bumps in the road, and they met their bump, and yeah, now they're in third and they are sitting where what 15 points behind you guys. And even though you said the lesser teams came across your plate and you ate pretty well, you had to do what you had to do. So now it's interesting to see how things are gonna go from here. You
yeah,
know,
I mean, we were looking at the schedule, right? Even this week, you've got some that everybody, like I said, everybody's got to play everybody at least once. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to drop a 30 on Mission Control or Mafia or Angry Balls or Lockdown, and the teams below you don't, sorry, you had your opportunity. It doesn't matter where you bowl them at. You still got to bowl them. They got to lace them up just like you do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, this weekend, Garland, the infamous place where we went from first to third in one stop, right? Y'all dropped the 38 on us. So you never know what's going to happen in these places. If they double oil the lanes like they did last time, we're going to have the exact same problem. You
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm expecting a little bit better outcome this weekend than what we had the first time, and I don't really foresee us making any move backwards this weekend. Next month in at Mel's, it's going to be a good match. Whoever it is, Mad Jokers, D's Nuts, Jokers Wild, whoever can get to that second place, you better bring the house because we are.
There you go. There you go. I love it. I love it. So now, even with that being said, like I was gonna ask that next question, but you kind of answered it. You know, now that you guys are in that spot, obviously, you know, who wouldn't want to remain focused and stay there, hang tight, um, and just, you know, ride it out to the end. Make sure you guys possibly win the first place division champ section. Um, yeah, I expect you guys to be focused. Me and my own, you know, my thought, I expect you guys to be focused. You're there now. There's only so many more matches until the end of the season. And but it's still gonna be interesting to see what the loud mad jokers do, the so-called aggressive Buckies and their staff does, and then the sleeper team that's right there knocking is Joker's Wild, you know, with
Yeah,
them just
Joker's Wild and Resurrection. I mean, we've got Resurrection
yeah.
in this weekend. I think we have in the second set, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm not mistaken, they're from Dallas, so they're at home or
Hmm.
relatively close to home, right? So
Yeah.
we're on their turf, and bring it. Let's see what you got. You know, we got 9 people. That's who we got. You know, we actually struggled this week. We almost didn't have enough people to go up. Just life and things getting in the way, and we actually added a guy this week that we know that was in the Dallas area to come bowl with us. So, it happens.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but I mean, I if things stay the way they are, we're going to have Mad Jokers back, somewhat almost back to back. You know, if they hold up, stay in second place, we'll hit them next stop at Mel's in March, and then we're going to hit them again in April.
Mm.
Here in Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
So if if for whatever reason it could be a really good weekend for them or a good couple weekends for us, it could really put them in a bad position, not even to make the playoffs if we get on a heater and vice versa, right? When you got 1 and 2 beating up on each other like that, everybody behind you is just chomping at the bit.
Yeah, they sure are.
They're just hoping that in all honesty, they're just hoping that you guys are going 15 and 15 or something like that, then they can go at 30 point. They don't want one of them going 30 plus because all that does is widen the gap, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But all these teams in the top 4 are very capable of dropping a 30 point on somebody.
Oh yeah, that's definite. That's definite, and that's what makes it even interesting because, like you
hell
said,
yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is.
yeah.
I mean, you hook up on the right set of lanes, and and you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
None. We like last year at Garland, right? We had one of our guys shit the bed. He bowled 430, 440. He's a 220 bowler.
Sounds like Pat.
I mean, you just never know. I mean, he couldn't get comfortable. He was sweating. He was hot. He was just physically didn't fit.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was just a very, very bad day. That wasn't the reason why we lost. We had 5 other guys not bowl up to what they did, and y'all bowled great.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Y'all just bowled better in the story, but you just never know. I mean, you might stop off at Buc-ee's and get a bad beaver nugget, and just all of a sudden, you're running in and out of the damn bathroom the whole match,
Exactly.
So,
Man. Okay. Well, I'm gonna shift gears a little bit as far as standings and head down to the South Division. And
let's get it.
we, I mean, we're hanging in there. We had a little taste of being in first. I think it was just literally for after one match,
Mm-hmm.
and we ended up going right back down to second. But I'm still comfortable with it because we usually for the past few years we just ride it out first second, and then when it matters, boom, we end up in first place at the end of the season. But Hill Country Outlaws, they're up there, they're in first, and I don't want to say
They're,
shocking anymore because I've seen their talent now, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. You
yeah,
know,
they've got a good team, and
I, yeah,
Vendetta's right there on you.
yeah, that's
Sexy Ed
yep.
and that group, man, they ain't going nowhere.
No, not at all, not at all. That's the pesky team. That's the team that will always be around and is just annoying. Ed, guys are annoying. But yeah, they're grinders, man. They stay relevant. They stay there, and
Yeah, I mean they don't make a whole lot of noise. They walk in the door and they do what they need to do.
exactly.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. What's the biggest surprise and disappointment of the season for the South and the North? That's a really good question.
You're the biggest surprise and disappointment, Robert. Damn it. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Will?
The biggest surprise to me is actually Ice Cream Boys being as far down as they are.
Yes, I will agree with that. That
I'm
right
gonna
there.
say that's both of them. Biggest
Yeah,
surprise, biggest disappointment. He's got
yeah.
some really good bowlers, and for whatever reason they are where they're at.
Yes,
Sorry, Pat.
I wasn't thinking about them. I never do, but yeah, that honestly is the biggest surprise. Like you said, with their firepower on paper, there's no reason why they should be at the bottom. I do give them the credit. It's gonna sound like opposite, but the credit because of them having to pay attention to their own stuff and losing the points that they lost because of technical difficulties. But
Mhm.
um, yeah, definitely shouldn't be down on the bottom. Their team is very capable of being in the top four. But the last two matches they've done well. I don't know how much it's going to matter later on down the road. But hey, anything can happen. Maybe
They
they
got
do.
they got a long way to go to get. I mean, if they're taking three, they got a really hard road to get to top three.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
Sorry, I mean, and to be where they are with the call out matches and to be this low in the division, it just doesn't make any sense, right?
Yep.
So
You got Robert. You're absolutely right. I need to claim them on my taxes. They are staying in my head rent free. Matter of fact, I got my little boy here. Look, check it out. His name is Pat.
hey, I got to take Pat. I mean, he bought me a half a tank of gas last weekend when we were up there in San Antonio, so I'm happy with that.
Oh, you did tell
Yeah,
me that. Yeah, you guys had a
yeah,
little thing on the side. Yeah,
yeah.
that's great.
We had a little wager. I got me some gas, and then to top it off, I had one bracket left, and guess who I was playing? Mr.
There,
Pat.
there you go.
So I got some extra money that I didn't even worry about. So.
That's nice. Um, but yeah, back to the whole standings and everything. Like for the South, that's all I see. The way it is right now, that's how I see it. Collateral damage has fallen off. They're still there in the mix, but collateral damage has fallen off, and I don't know. I besides the point that I made maybe 2 months ago, last month or so, the handicap is catching up to them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they bowled well, and now their averages are going up. Now they can't hold that same average without getting that extra help.
That's it.
So
Those
now it's
9
catching
games
up to
come
them.
quick.
Yeah. So
I don't. I no offense to those guys, but I don't see them making the playoffs. I see y'all's being in the theoretical same order 1, 2, 3. Right, Vendetta maybe 3, maybe move up. Right, y'all flip flopping back and forth right there. It just depends on who matches up with who for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But I mean, y'all don't have any real giveaway matches, right?
Mm.
Dirty Diablos they're not that far down. They're whoever gets them is going to get their points, right? But other than that, y'all, every one of y'all's teams are good teams. It's just do they match up that weekend or not?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Whereas we've got a couple of them that you're going to get your points unless they just absolutely show up. Angry Balls is in Dallas. They're at home this weekend, so they should have a full roster, right? And you never know with a full roster. It's you
Exactly.
have a 150 guy bowl of 180, you're going to lose that match. On
Yeah.
the 80 or 240, you're going to lose that match. So it's just the way it is. But hopefully Monsters can bring 9 people this time, even with the weather and stuff, and they can put some people on the paper and let's see what they got. Right? I want them to stick around. I want them to fight. And like I was talking to Angry Balls here in Houston when they were here. I told them, man, mad props to y'all. Right? Y'all haven't really y'all had a really hard time since you got in getting people to stick around and stay, but keep fighting. Start
Mm-hmm.
recruiting, go into the local houses and say, hey, have you heard of this? Come on in, man. Let's go. It's $50. What's it going to hurt? Right?
Look at Pat, Gunslinger's own SB team. Hey, you know what? Because since it's been a gap, and I, obviously work and everything. I completely forgot. I'm glad he came on and said that. So they did beat us. We played them, and they did beat us, and rightfully so. And here's where I say, I don't know if I said I was thinking it, but they came out and literally that weekend they had 2 matches and they did their thing. So that's what bumped them out of last place. So now back to what we were saying, are they going to keep that momentum and try to gain ground and come back up? Because obviously, like we stated earlier, they shouldn't be in the bottom. They shouldn't.
Nope.
However the season started for them, that's the way it was. But now, hopefully, I'm hoping that they gain that momentum and they keep going and they try to make that run and into a playoff spot.
They've got the people to do it. They're just going to have to put 32, 34 for the next 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. If they falter anyway, they're not going to get anywhere near it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The big one for them is, like you said, they're going to be bowling Dirty Diablos this weekend, right? And so that's a 30-pointer in my opinion. So they're going to jump up pretty quick there. They're going to be dropping into 4th, 5th area, depending on what Drawing Dead and Legendary Dynasty do. If they split, all of a sudden Pat and them are pretty damn close to 4th place.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, it can change that quick. It's just, but they can't falter and have a 20-point week somewhere. They've got to be plus 30s every week to have a fighting chance.
Yeah, and give them a little bit of space in case they have that one
Yeah,
match that
yeah.
they just don't get it.
I mean, it's just like us. I mean, last year we pretty much steamrolled everybody till the last week. I think we lost one match all year, and that was the one we bowled with y'all.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it completely gutted us. Right, we had no way to get around it. So it everybody's beatable every Sunday or Saturday, whatever you want to call it. But you've got to be able to keep fighting. Right, y'all got a 10-point gap right between you and Hill Country.
Yeah, they're ahead
Right,
by 10. Yeah.
that could change. Y'all have another bad day. That could be 40 points in a heartbeat. But it could also be y'all have a really close match, which I think you're going to have a really close match.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, when you got 2 really good teams, unfortunately, I think it's a lopsided point total.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a 30-10 or 30 plus, right? It's not that 24-16 thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see that, but you see that kind of with the teams that are more evenly matched, not 2 powerhouse teams. It's usually a blowout one way or the
Yeah,
other. But
exactly.
it might only
Exactly.
be 10 points pin wise. It's just point totals is going to be so lopsided.
Yeah, definitely. So even with that being said, now let's just dive into these predictions here because I'm curious. I got a couple of guys, a little bit more than a couple, but with that whole side pot prediction thing, they're wondering what I think. And I don't know if I kept record from day one since I first started, I'm probably like 40%. But I'll go first with the standings over here for ours.
Okay.
We have a position round, the first one, and it's literally here we go playing Hill Country Outlaws. Obviously, I'm going with my team.
Mm-hmm.
It's in our house. So I do believe we should be taking 30 plus.
I'll agree with that one. I think you, if you're in your house, you should get that win.
Yeah. So I'm
Right. If
really.
y'all were in a neutral house, if you go, point wise, how many pins you've gotten, right? Y'all have got 43-1. They've got 42-6. There's 500 pin difference over 7 stops. That ain't a lot, right?
No.
That means you're very evenly matched pin wise.
Mm-hmm.
It's a coin flip in a different house.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. So it's gonna be fun because obviously we're all from that house, and
Yep.
but I do believe we have the edge on that, you know. But we shall see. We shall see.
Yep.
And then the other match is Vendetta and Collateral Damage. So here we go. It's I Vendetta. I think is gonna handle
That's it.
business
The big
and,
V.
and just try to gain ground on us or even Hill Country because again, it's that close, you know,
Mhm.
and there's plenty of time with that amount of points to creep up.
Well,
And
let's look at it this way. If y'all go 24, 16, 22, something like that, y'all have a really close match where the total is the extra 10 pins is the difference,
mm-hmm.
right? And Vendetta comes out with a good day, you could have a 3-way tie at first place.
Yeah, exactly,
Really, really tight,
exactly.
right? So we need a second place team up there, Collateral Damage, to do some work and make it a better match. So
Yeah.
and they got a little bit of a drive, but I think they can get there.
Oh yeah, I think so. Let's see, Robert. If you like Collateral, then give your predictions in. Put
That's it.
your
Put your money up, baby.
yeah, put your money up. Um, moving on, we got Drawing Dead and Legendary Dynasty.
I think CJ and his loudmouth and Dynasty is going to win that one.
Okay, yeah. If CJ appears, well,
If
I
he
mean,
appears, if the real CJ shows up in bowls, and not that imposter that throws him in the gutter.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw them. Yeah. Uh, if he shows up in bowls, I think they win.
yeah.
He's the heart. He's the
He's the
heart and
big part.
soul of that team.
Yeah, he
He's
is a
the
big
one that
part.
pumps them up and gets them going. Everything that I saw last year, that's who it is. So
Yeah, yeah. And last but not least, we got the River City and Dirty Diablos. And again, River City keeps on with that momentum that they had last matches.
this
Uh,
could be a 0.
it could be, yeah, it could be. This
I
is
mean,
again, this half
you're
of their
home.
house as well.
Yeah,
So
this
yeah,
very well could be a 38-2 match, very easily.
yeah, and
So
that
Diablos, get a caravan going, man. Get them guys up there. Show up.
yeah, yeah. I spoke to the owner yesterday, and he's gonna have. He said his team's gonna make it. There's a
Good,
couple things they're trying to work out, but he said they'll have a full team.
good.
Um, I mean, let's see what happens. I just hope they bowl well to compete with River City, and but River City's gonna, they're gonna take that one for sure.
Yeah, they're going to take it. It's just like I said, that very well could be a 40-pointer for them, depending on who Pat gets on the payroll for that weekend. But
Yeah,
I think they're going to get 30 plus. It's just how much over 30.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Mr. Robert, yeah, I agree with you. I know you haven't seen us. I haven't seen you guys. I've been dying to go see you guys. Just walk in one day and just talk so much nonsense and see good friends and everything. But like I said, a couple times in these episodes, we should have had a 1-2 interleague type of thing and bowl against each other. And I thought that was going to happen last year. That was the setup, but I guess not. Hopefully
Yeah,
next season, it takes place. But we shall see.
we might have
Um,
to do something off to the side, just outside of it, and do it.
oh yeah, and that reminds me. Now that you said that, back to what Robert Law says. Yeah, don't worry. That the North and South thing is in the works. It's in the works, and it's gonna be big enough that we have maybe, I don't know if it's a format of 2 people, 3 people from each team against the South's 2 or 3 people, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yep.
So yes,
That's like
I
I
am
said. We're
dying to see you,
we
Myron.
we thought about trying to do that owner's president thing, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
trying to get that to work out. But yeah, I mean, whatever we can do, man, let's get something.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And I'm just gonna run real quick with the second half for us. You got Drawing Dead in River City. Um, River City, of course. They're gonna take that. So that might be their
Yep.
big momentum. They got the Dirty Diablos, and then they got Drawing Dead. So I want to say they're gonna end up taking no less than 65 for the day.
I'll give you that. They could push 70 pretty easily.
Yeah, yeah,
And that would jump them into possibly even fourth, third place, depending on what the other two matches, right? So I mean, you've got Legendary and Omens. Y'all are going to win that one, I think, fairly easily. Vendetta, Collateral Damage. Vendetta's going to win again. But they play each other twice. They sure do. They back to back, man.
Oh wow, yeah. I
So
didn't even notice
somebody
that.
could have a really bad day.
Oof, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, back to back.
Yeah, yeah, that could be a really bad day.
Wow.
And then Outlaw, that could be another high 30s.
Yeah, yeah. That's see now. Like I said, I really the past few weeks I haven't really been paying attention, and now that I'm focusing on it and looking at it, because I was not prepared with a lot of things dealing with life, but Hill Country going up against Dirty Diablos, that means that we're gonna have to take care of business, and
Yep.
and take care of business again to reassure ourselves that we stay on top.
Y'all have a busy weekend, right?
Yeah.
If somehow you do lose to Hill Country, y'all could fall a very large gap
Yes. Yeah.
with only a couple stops left, right? 3, 4, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's tough.
Yeah. But it's gonna be live and interesting, and yeah, I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait.
Yep. So, question of the day,
Yes,
right?
sir.
While we're in between the two, guys in the chat, let us hear it. I want y'all to go like the channel, subscribe, do whatever, give us a thumb, share it, do whatever you got to do. But in honor of Stu Williams, 889, what is your highest series you've ever shot?
Yeah.
And what is the most strikes you've ever strung together? Me personally, I'm only 778 as a high, but I had 18 in a row last week. That's the most I've ever done.
Okay. Yeah. Mine was I think 2012. I went 191, frustrated as hell, couldn't find anything to 300, 300. So I had
Damn.
27 in a row. Really sucks. I didn't get 800, but hey.
Yep.
But yeah.
Well, I mean, personally, the most I've ever seen. There you go, Myron, 814. I watched Parker House Shot Killer Capra
Mm-hmm.
a couple years ago go 300, 300, 255 against my team.
Man.
He was rolling. I mean, we got the third game. We moved over to the left just so he could have the whole right side to himself. Yeah, that was the best I've ever seen anybody bowl in person. So
I would have thrown a urethane or a plastic ball on his line.
one of my teammates balled up and was throwing it right on top of him. And everybody's like, man, that's not what you do. Not after back-to-back 300s. Let the guy go.
Sheesh.
So.
Damn. Yeah, we got something. Look at this. Myron 25.
Yep.
Dante 807, 18 in a row. That's what's up. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
My
that's
highest
nice.
series was 837.
Yep.
So
No, I'm shooting for my 800. You know what? About a month and a half ago, I called out the box. I said I was going to go 805 here in Houston, and I went 300 first game, 255 second game, and the third game. At the end of the second game, I hurt my knee and had to pull out.
man.
But I called it before we even started bowling. I said I'm going 8+. So
yeah,
Robert, he is. He's one of the best bowlers in the South. Period. We got a bunch of them in Houston. So when he's on a roll, Trailer on our team, you got Jared on our team. You got some really good guys.
Myron. Whatever. But no, that day I remember Myron. He bowled his ass off. He sure did. He really did. But So let's go. Let's
All
dive
right.
into your division, sir. This
All
North
right.
division.
So start off, we've got Mad Jokers and Jokers Wild. Both of these teams are at home, right? So this is going to be a really good match. I think Mad Jokers are going to take it. I want Jokers Wild to take it. Obvious reasons,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think it's going to be a good match. Mission Control Resurrection. Mission Control is the team, but they have to show up out of town. Come on, Danielle. You got to go out of town. Y'all got to show up.
That's the
Show
key.
up.
That is
That's
the
the
key
key.
right there.
Y'all are a great team. You got great bowlers, but you just haven't really put it together out of town yet. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because Resurrection's right there. They are another one of those little pesky ass teams like Sexy Ed and Vendetta. They stick around, man. Angry Balls and Lockdown. You know what? I'm gonna pick Angry Balls this week because they're at home. They're gonna have their full 9. Let's see what they got. Angry Balls, show us something.
Okay.
Lockdown. Y'all might have a match on your hands this weekend.
Yikes.
Texas Mafia and H-Town. We're gonna take that one. I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have a full roster. That, like I said, they're making some changes, new ownership, new boss man. So they've got some really nice jerseys coming out. So
Nice.
I don't know if it's going to click this year, but at some point this year or early next year, they're going to be a completely different team.
Oh yeah. I expect that. With a new boss, whether or not he is familiar with everything, but to have a mindset in that role.
Yeah, he's been running it. Him and Sherlock have been the ones putting the teams together and stuff. But
okay,
they had a little coup de grace, and Ron pretty much called U.B.A. and said, "Give it to Nick," and he's been running it, so it's his now. But
yeah.
These Nuts Monsters Inc. I think These Nuts will win that one, but Monsters Inc. is close enough to home where they could bring a full roster and give them a run for their money. But I think These Nuts will take that one.
I got a chuckle here because it just always replays in my mind before the season started how confident Monsters Inc. was, and even though yes they had to travel and they missed some people. But even to me, like if they had their full roster, that they still haven't shown anything.
No, they haven't been able to put a full roster out. I don't think on anywhere. I think they've been missing somebody every time.
Damn.
But that's a U.B.A. thing also. I think that in the future, I understand why they do it. But if you've got enough people to put one person on every team, that's the way you should have to do it. You should never have to pull a blind team.
Yeah.
If you got 5 people show up, you've got a 3-1-1. That's the result of you not bringing a full team.
Yeah,
that's my personal opinion. Second one, we got H-Town and Resurrection. We're going to win that one again. I believe so. I think H-Town stays in first place, and we may even grow the lead a little bit. So, Monsters Inc. and Angry Balls. I have no fucking clue.
Damn.
I mean, I honestly don't. I think if Monsters Inc. doesn't bring a roster, that Angry Balls could have a decent weekend.
Hey, if you flip the standings upside down, yeah, it might cause some drama, but
it's not going to mean much. But I hope they have a full roster and they enjoy it, right? Angry Balls, like I said, they're nice people. I want them to stay in the division. I get a team, start recruiting.
Yeah.
Mad Jokers, Texas Mafia.
Gosh, Myron. I'm going Texas Mafia.
I want Texas Mafia to show up and do something. I know every one of those guys personally, and they're friends. I consider them friends of mine, whether they consider me a friend or not. I really don't give a crap.
Yeah.
I think they are. I think they're good people. They need to put a team on the roster, and they've got one. What 9 people they bring, I have no idea. I know one. That's it. But other than that, I don't know who else is coming. But I think Texas Mafia is going to have a decent weekend. They've got a chance for a really good weekend, right?
Okay.
Minus us.
Yeah.
I think they could have a nice little point swing. These Nuts, Jokers Wild. These Nuts is going to win that one, and Mission Control and Lockdown. Mission Control is going to win.
Okay. Yeah, I can see those.
Standings wise, I could see the Mad Joker's fallen a couple places, right? And these nuts and Mission Control really trying to make a move. So
Yeah. Mission Control. Mission Control, I think after the weekend for me might go up to fourth.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, they've got a chance there. I mean, they're only 13 points out, right? And I if Mad Jokers show up, they're at home, right? They could have a decent weekend and stay right where they're at, and then we get them back to back stops, which is perfectly fine. Then they're just going to fall out of the top 4 after that. So
Yeah.
so I don't
Yes,
know.
Myron. That's what I want to see. I'm always gonna talk trash.
That's what we're here for.
Don't you dare let that team win. Because if so, I'm not even gonna tell Bill. I'm just gonna come out, go live, and whoever sees it just sees it. I'm just gonna come out and say, ladies and gentlemen, Mad Jokers lost. Half of the world on my Facebook doesn't even know who the hell Mad Jokers is if they're not in the U.B.A. But damn it, if Texas Mafia comes out and beats you guys, listen.
Tony Soprano is coming out of retirement. He's going to bring Big Pussy with him, and he's going to put a whooping on you.
Man, listen. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, Myron. Just
like I said, those guys, they've got some really decent bowlers. I think they're trying to do the analytics of who's hot, who's not, who's doing all this. Pick your 9 guys and freaking go with them, man.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, man. Joe, that's what you got to do, baby. We're here.
Yeah,
you got to do what you got to do. These guys, I'm telling you, they can spin off a game. If Sherlock's bowling and he hits the right area, he's an 800 bowler.
Yeah, I agree. I've seen him go off.
David Bloom, he's the same way. If he hits the right spot, he's an 800 bowler. You got to get the right conditions, and they can be a strong team, very strong team, because they've got some guys with some handicap that are really good bowlers.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's double oiled, everybody's going to struggle.
What we got going on here? Well, but it comes to chemistry. Yes, it does. It does come to chemistry. Absolutely. Chemistry is huge, and I will not deny that. And Robert, y'all got a better chance of Pat and Rolf and SB wearing a matching onesie. Listen, stop trying to get us to wear your size clothing. All right, that's not about to happen, Robert. Okay, you are in the league of your own.
No, I said Mad Jokers is at home, right? What we consider home, because they got bowlers from New York to Mississippi to Louisiana. They're another dial a bowler. Here we are, right?
Yeah.
So, but technically that's where they're home. So they should show up and have a really good weekend. Should.
Yeah, should. Let's see. There's a couple other things. So, even though, man, we have spoken about this so many times. So switching gears into the whole jersey names and gosh, like I beat a dead horse when I was attacking Pat because of the couple of times that he's done it, and I get it. You can make a mistake, fine, but for everyone else who has heard about it, seen us on here speak about it, and even Dennis, the mailman, putting it out there saying, listen, make sure this and this, that and that, check your lineup before. People still come to the matches and things are messed up. Yep. I don't get it.
I talked to Pat a little bit about that. He said that he had potentially thought that somebody was actually getting into their rosters and making changes, right? Mm-hmm. Which it's possible. I mean, if people really want to do that, I get it, right? But honestly, I check our roster every week before I go up on, like tonight. Before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to check the people that we have and make sure their name is in there correct, because we do shirt swap with certain people, because it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like I said, we picked up a new guy this week, and there's no way for me to get a shirt in a week. So he's using one of our extra shirts, and I have to make sure nobody else has that name. And,
Yeah.
as an owner and a president, whoever you are, that is your responsibility. There is no, if you get caught, it's your fault. Sorry. I, I, I don't agree with the rule. I think it's a bullshit rule, but I understand why it's there. But I'm never going to call anybody out for having a wrong shirt on. I will call you out if that guy is not on your roster. That's
Yes.
a whole
Yes.
nother issue, right?
Yeah.
So, but if you got a shirt on, a U.B.A shirt, they could all say player one on them. I don't care. Show up and bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I'm the same way. The whole nicknames and all. It's not a big deal to me. I mean, I just like how people come up with these unique names, and it's just
Oh,
fun.
I enjoy the names. Don't get me wrong. I think it's funny as heck the way that people put on their stuff, but it really shouldn't matter.
No, and even and coming into something like this, everywhere you go, you have rules, you got policies. Read them, so you aren't the one getting caught. With that mistake, because if you don't, then now you're the center of attention, and then obviously 90% of the time, whoever is caught in that situation is always gonna be defensive and say, "Oh, this or that," or they're just not gonna like what other people have to say about it or how they went about it to point them out. It was, it's the rules. That's what it
Oh, it
is.
is. Let's see. All right, so let's share the screen. Let me share that.
Yeah, bang.
Let's talk about this.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm getting more and more information about this. So originally, um, if for the common sense people from here, it's the whole UBA is literally bowling. Everyone in UBA East, South, Midwest,
Every team they got Sunday,
every
we're bowling.
the only thing that I don't like that is not detailed is we're the only division, or I should say conference, um, that has multiple stops in one. So other divisions, other conferences, they do it once in the blue. We have the double. So to clarify what tour stop, I don't know. I'm waiting for an answer.
I'm
Every
going to say it's going to be the first one because they
Yeah,
have a entry pay that is everything's got to be paid by 9 o'clock.
yeah,
So it wouldn't make sense to say it's the second one. It's got to
yeah.
be the first
I
one
agree.
on the roster. Here it is. Go best lineup. Let her rip.
Yeah,
I really like this. I really do. I think this is a fantastic way to get people involved and say, okay, let's see what you got. There it is. Who got the
yeah.
highest point total this weekend? We all bowled Sunday. Alamo, y'all got 300 pins more than we do all year.
Hmm.
So what you got? Y'all going to throw a 32 up there? You going to put something else up there? You going to have somebody rolling 800, right? I got two guys on my team, and you got a couple of them on your team that can drop an 800 in a heartbeat.
Yeah, yeah.
I will tell you this though, there will be an H-Town team member up there somewhere. I honestly believe that.
That would be nice. That would
Yeah,
be nice if a couple of spots are Texas.
yeah. I want. I would love for Texas to show up, and we're not going to have a female. We don't have a female bowling this weekend. I tried to get one. We actually had a 220 girl that we were trying to get. It just didn't work out timing wise. She's
Right.
on the roster. She just couldn't make it. But I would really love to see at least 2 Texas people on that list. I don't care really who it is. I want it that way they know that hey, those cats are throwing.
Yeah. This is definitely a stage for to have our talent exposed and
Yep.
show others that hey, like you said, they got something out there.
Yeah, I wish they would do this more often. I love the U.B.A day, right? I think it's a fantastic idea. Everybody bowl at least once. I mean, because you think about it, I mean, you got 24 divisions, 24 districts, right?
Yeah.
On an average, let's say 8 teams on each average. That's 190 teams, 180 teams, right? And if every team puts in, 3 or 4 people, that's a lot of damn money on the line.
It sure is.
You throw up an 800 series scratch, you're going to take home some scratch.
That's gonna it's gonna be It's gonna be nice to see how many. That's what I'm intrigued in. Just the entries. How
Yeah,
many?
I want to see how many people actually got in there because he said he was going to have it posted right
Yeah,
um, before the first match rolls. So that would be really good to go in there and say, okay, we got 300 or 150 teams that paid their money and this, that, and the other. And I I like this. I like this idea. This is how you get other districts involved with other districts.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Look, we got Myron. Myron already paid his entry. Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
we shout out to Chris Smoot.
oh,
Chris
Chris is in
paid
there
up
too.
for our whole team.
Really?
Yep. Smoot
Okay.
came in as a gift to the team and bought all 9 entries for us. So thank you, Smoot, man. That was fantastic.
I wonder what he had to do to put that money up.
he fixed somebody's bathrooms, man. That dude. I tell you what, y'all need some work done. That cat does some really good work.
Yeah, I seen his stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he actually redid some of our bathroom. We had a water leak last year or something like that. He does good work.
okay.
So y'all, and he'll go anywhere in Texas.
Yeah,
Reach
he
out
would. He
to him,
came
guys.
out here to help out with my vice president Ryan Whitney.
Yeah,
Yeah, he helped out with his stuff. But yeah, he does good work.
yeah.
Yeah. Going back to Mr. Myron, you already paid your entry, but I got another 20 that my series for the first squad beats your series. So let's see about that.
I want
Um,
in on that. I got 20 for y'all.
awesome.
Yep,
Sounds great.
yep. Winner gets $20. How's that?
Oh yeah.
Myron, you in? You're gonna have
Um,
all kinds of people trying to jump in on that one.
oh yeah. Sheesh. We'll see. We'll see what the
Scratch, baby.
inboxes
No,
and
no
texts.
handicap shit. Just
No, no,
scratch.
no, no. Yeah,
Bring
scratch.
it. You can put them pens in your pocket.
But yeah. So here we are, and February 1st is gonna be a crazy day. Everybody's gonna. There he goes with his bet. He says bet.
Bet good.
Um, and ladies and gentlemen, we are on the downhill. Seasons is starting to close up, and you better start making your moves now because I'm telling you, when playoffs starts and you're not in there, it's gonna be a long off season for you, a long off
Yes,
season.
sir.
So make your
Get your people
runs.
ready. Get your 9 games. Start tracking your people, guys.
Yeah,
Don't be that team,
yeah.
right? That playoff spot's going to come up. I'm looking at it right now. Who has games? Who doesn't have games? Get them out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to win. You don't want to win by forfeit. I mean, I'll take the money. Don't get me wrong, but I
Yeah,
don't want to win that way, right? I want to beat whoever I got to beat. I want no excuses.
yeah, yeah. None.
And if you beat us, you beat us. That's it. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's part of the game. Part of the game.
Yep.
So with all that being said, um, who's this? Joe. Joe put out. He said, "Myron, I put 20 on us." Go at it, Joe. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Collector and I, we are calling it a night. We hope that everyone gets to your location on Sunday, your matches safely, wherever you are traveling to, and go out there, do your thing, represent the U.B.A the right way, talk your trash, and bowl well. Everybody bowl well. Help your team because, like I said, we're on the downhill slope, and season is ending. It's going to end a lot faster than what you think, and you do want to be in the playoffs because the playoffs will be a lot more live than this season because the Facebook page is kind of quiet. I
It's
actually haven't heard
very,
anything from
very
Jason
quiet. I
Taylor.
thought we had just, put some fire ants into it, last time, but it's died off, man.
Yeah,
I hope everybody bowls well. I really do. I hope y'all have great games. I hope it is 1 pin less than we are, but I hope y'all have a really good weekend.
yeah, definitely. Everyone be safe, but well, do your thing. SB, Mr. Bill Collector, y'all have a good night.
Peace out, boys.